Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And Joy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here in Toronto, Ontario. Now, whenever me and Joy are traveling, even in Canada, if there's an oddity shop, we like to check it out. We're into weird, funky stuff. So when I heard there's an oddity shop, Canada's biggest oddity shop here in Toronto, and it's a natural history museum, I was like, yep, this is us. So right now we're at 397 Dundas Street East at a spot called Prehistoria Museum and the SkullStore. Never been here before. I ordered online. I actually got a piece of coal from the Titanic from them. So to actually be here, able to go inside, makes me happy. So step right up. Let's go for this ride. Heading upstairs. Beware of dinosaurs, and look, a dinosaur bit the corner of the sign. Already walking in. Have some cool stuff. Wet specimens. This spot looks awesome. Already walking at baboons. Now this spot, like I said, is part store, part museum. I think ancient Byzantine, 10,000, 14th century. Something sitting right here. Oh, Egyptian mummy bead mask. I have like 4 mummy beads. Nothing as cool as that.
This side is the gift shop, the other side is the museum.
I love these Roman oil lamps. Woolly mammoth tusk. It's crazy, people don't realize the earrings I'm wearing in my ear right now. This right here, it's woolly mammoth tusk. Got an extra $10,000, I can tell you I wish I did. I'd take this cast home. This is so funny. They turn their deer into Rudolph. It has a red nose. Ooh, assorted crystal skulls. I like these. Didn't like the movie. I like these. Some fish fossils and fossils in matrix. I love it. Freshwater pearls. This is the kind of stuff I live for. Jenny Hanovers. Those are some skates. And it's interesting. There were a lot of things that they could sell here that we couldn't take back to the U.S., even though they're cool. Like beluga whale bones, hunted by the Inuits. I don't think I'm allowed to bring those back to America. These skulls are crazy. What about woolly rhino skulls? Just sitting out on a table. Come to some more wet specimens. Oh, that seahorse is so cool. Ooh, that's interesting. Warthog tusks. Or seal vertebrae. Assorted baculum. Intrigued. I wonder why the pig teeth are blue. And you might be saying, human skulls, that must be part of the museum. You can't buy those. No, you could buy the Haitian voodoo skull for $3,275. Remember, that's Canadian dollars. We do have somewhat of a glare. Amazing skulls from the South Pacific. Haitian voodoo skulls. Human skeleton, $4,475. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man. Mind you, we are still in the gift shop part, the skull store. We haven't made our way to Prehistoria Museum. Joy has a passion for these. We have lots of moths and butterflies and bugs in these little frames. And I'm sure these frames are the same exact company of frames that ours came in. This butterfly right here is beautiful.
I like how that one, the image on it.
Blanchard ghost. I'm getting a glare. Blanchard ghost.
It's pretty. I like how the light blue with the light brown.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one.
Joy has that. Blue carpenter bee. See the beautiful color on it? It's just crazy when you think like you could buy a taxidermy lion for under 7,000 Canadian or a hyena for under 4,000. Look at that face. The eyes in that one look like it's looking right towards me. Are you laughing at me? And this little baby giraffe, he's very curious. He's like, what are you filming? Oh, I'm filming a video for YouTube. Oh, you want to know where Joe and Joy have landed? Yeah. We would love it if you subscribe, Mr. Giraffe. And you could like comments down below. Yeah, oh, not only you, everyone could do that. That would be awesome. Thank you, Mr. Giraffe. My arch nemesis, baby zebras. I mean, they look very cute as babies. I don't think he'd try to take off my finger. You wouldn't try to take off my finger, would you? But then you see like pair of tusks. Or leopard skin rug. I like this guy. He's happy jumping up and down. Just amazing seeing like giraffe skulls next to wild boar skulls. We have a springbok skull at home. Do you even kudu? Look at the size of the horns. And you know it's not an oddity shop unless they have a jackalope. And I like this oddity stuff is more like a natural history museum. Has nothing's like really gaffed except that jackalope. Has more stuff like skeletal works and lots of taxidermy and skulls and gemstones. My arch nemesis, a zebra. Beautiful gems and minerals.
Rare things in a broad range.
Crazy wolf paw bones. Right next to your crocodile teeth. I love stores that have everything. Cane-toed purses and cane-toed frog taxidermy. Can't fit a full lion. You can get the lion head mount with the two paws, so it looks like it's jumping through your wall. Oh, I like these. Some of the binding shoes. We have some more baboon heads. Love some of these bird skulls. Oh, that's beautiful. This milk snake skeleton. Exit through the gift shop. Well, we're just exiting the gift shop to the museum. Walking in already. Giant canoe. And you know every good museum needs one. A shrunken head. This is a real shrunken human head crafted by the Shure or Yavar people of Ecuador. A real shrunken head from Ecuador from the early 1900s. Wow, we had the baby giraffe in the other room. But in here in the Natural History Museum section of Prehistoria, we have a full-size giraffe neck. Please take photos. Well, I'm taking a video, but thanks. Giant bones. Stuff you never think you're gonna see. A lion wearing a tiger fur as like a robe. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. That'd be a big bear here. He just wants a hug. I'm not allowed to touch you though. Ooh, but it's interesting. It says he is a man-eating bear. On May 13th, 1970, in Ontario's, Canada's Algonquin Park, our Providence experienced its worst bear attack. Brothers Mark and George, who were 12 and 16 respective, and their friend Billy, who was 16, were fishing near Radiant Lake when they found themselves under attack by an unusually aggressive black bear. None of them made it out of the forest alive. Don't let this bear fool you. Black bears and most bears are relatively harmless unless they're young or threatened. If you give them distance and respect, they will leave you alone. They are afraid of you. This map was formerly on display in New York's Harberland Museum, but is now part of the permanent teaching collection at Prehistoria. And you think, like, this little cub when I had been around and those three boys were just a little too close that day. But there it is. He's a big bear too. I like it. It's an elephant skull, and people used to mistake elephant skulls for cyclopses because the giant center part of it, and they put a fake eye here so it really looks like a cyclops skull. Classic little black bear. Urus americanus, American bison. So give me a home where the bison roam. Doesn't sound as good as where the buffalo roam. Taxidermy, look at this poor fox. A unicorn elope. I've only seen jackalopes, never a unicorn elope before. This one has some cool stuff. I got Joy this moth too, with the really, really, really long tongue coming out. I don't remember its name. I like this river otter display with the skeleton in front, right above. We have some falcons. Never go wrong with a case of birds of prey. I mean, would it even be a Canada Prehistoria Museum without a beaver? Am I even turtley enough for the turtle club? We got some green sea turtles. Wow. This spot really does have a lot. It's funny because from the street, you would never know this is what it looked inside here. We have a lot of primate skulls, and it looks like some beaver skulls. Tigers, the cheetahs, the big cats. We have a red wolf, but is that like, look at that underbite. It looks like a pug. I don't know. Polar bear skulls.
It's all different albino animals.
A very cool case with all different albinos, with a raccoon. It's funny seeing a striped skunk with no stripes because it's albino. To baby white-tailed deer. He's not just white-tailed, he's all white. Look at that, a stillborn white lion. Little beaver. Oh. That's an ROUS. You know what that is, Joy?
Rodent of unusual size?
Yeah, and this is an albino version of that. Even an albino porcupine. Most spots have like one two-headed animal. Like here we have a two-headed animal. Here we have a two-headed goat and his skeleton. But we have a whole case of two-headed animals. Two-headed ball python, two-headed dragon. You see that snake was two-headed. Little two-headed chickens. A two-headed turtle, but the heads are one on top of each other. I'm trying to see this pig. It looks like he might have... He looks regular, but he probably has an extra leg in there or something. And yep, a two-headed calf. I think they labeled this wrong. It says injured bald eagle. It looks like a dead bald eagle to me. Like, I've never been to a museum and seen a wet specimen of a walrus fetus. That's amazing. Look at that walrus skulls and the whale skulls. I guess we're heading to the aquatic section. So we have a bunch of starfish, sand dolls, and sea urchins. Horseshoe crabs. I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. See this boat? I think we need a bigger boat. Got all the shark jaws here. This is cool. I've never seen a shark skull with all that little inside part. And like it looks like a mummified hammerhead shark head. I think I've seen this guy in a horror movie once. I like him. Can't see if it's more like a turtle or like a different kind of armadillo. A beetle-sized armadillo. Imagine this thing is an armadillo the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. No, not a small beetle, like a Volkswagen Beetle. Saber-toothed cat. This is just for me. I need this animal. I love bears and I love dogs. This is a bear dog. Related more closely to dogs than bears. It's sad. You think how humans took stuff like wolves and we domesticated them and now we breed them into bulldogs. Look at that poor thing. Because of human over years changing and creating the different versions of a dog from a wolf, and we have skulls like that. I like this. The Star Trek rat is holding a little rat skull. Jogging's fossil cliffs. I don't want to be jogging, I want to be walking. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum. I just never understand them. Every time we see their skeletons, they have amazing teeth, but how did they brush them with those short arms? It's crazy. Stuff like the world's oldest tools, 2.2 million years old. And here we have some tools that they would use, Iron Age skulls. Well, that's interesting. This skull's from the Paris catacomb. Executed prisoner Aaron Misses, 25 years old, sentenced to execution in a Swiss prison, early 1900s. Creepy stuff. Murder victim remains. Even elongated skulls. One Egyptian sarcophagus. We got you covered. I like his face like, We have a wrapped mummy head and an unwrapped mummy head. Phantom shield. What does the phantom know? 1900 New Guinea cargo cult. When American soldiers landed in New Guinea during World War II, they brought along comics for entertainment. The natives saw these depictions of Phantom, a gun-toting immortal hero, and knew this was a deity they needed on their side. Logically, it wasn't a huge leap to believe that depicting the image and slogans of this incredible warrior would help channel his power. I have a section talking about skulls as art. A trophy from Borneo from a cannibalized human. Something I never seen. A baby gas mask from World War II. Aww. Moon rocks, Mars rocks. This spot's from everywhere. Whenever you talk about NASA and Kennedy Space Center, we all know everyone just wants to be Captain Kirk. Want to bring some poop home with you? You can. So there you have it. SkullStore Prehistoria Museum. We loved it. We're glad we actually got to physically see the store.
Yep.
Been a fan of them online for a while. And we bought a little thing of aquamarine. Take home. It's my mom's birthstone. Always anything little get her. Makes me happy. So I enjoyed it. It's funny. For a little upstairs spot, the sign's nondescript.
It's very deceiving.
Yeah.
Like it's spaced out pretty nice.
They recently moved to this location. They were somewhere else, so I didn't know what to expect. And for a small spot. It is massive inside. They have tons of stuff and more stuff. Like, I wish I could get a lion and bring him home. I don't know how driving through customs goes with that. I don't want to find out. So I'm like, little vial of aquamarine, more my speed. But I would say if you're in Toronto and you're into this kind of stuff, because I know I am, you should definitely come check it out.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we could call it right now.
I think so.
Prehistoria Museum and the Skull Store. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels
Good eats.
and live life.
He's going to be giving me little exercise to be able to